Well, here we are down at Langstone, and here we are in Chichester Harbour with a little tip of the Hailing Island to the right there, and a little tip of Emsworth on the left. And in the distance we can sort of just make out Thorney Island. If we just pan around a bit, there's North Hailing, and we can see the bridge there. Well, the bridge is actually behind the bank next one to Hailing Island. There's a lifebuoy for people who might just sort of fall into this watery stuff. The tide is very high today. It might be a spring tide, I'm not quite sure. Here's the car park of the ship, pub that's down by the bridge at Langstone here. And we will just sort of pan around Langstone, and there we can see, well, Langstone Mill there, and the ever so popular Royal Oak pub, which is sort of in the middle there. Here's a sort of close-up of the mill. We can see the mill there. Originally it was combined tidal and windmill. You can see the tower of the old windmill, which is now a sort of observation platform, I suppose. And there's the Royal Oak. And as you can see, the car park that is usually used by people, well, can be occasionally used by people at the front, is sort of no longer a car park. It's water. And we just scan back, and you can see the sort of little pathway where people can walk around to get to the pub. But as you can see, it's rather hazardous today. It's sort of, the harbour is virtually the same height as the walkway. There you are. Isn't that nice? We'll just scan around. We have a look at Warblington. If we're very lucky, we might be able to see the castle, or what's left of it. There in the distance, there's a bit of Warblington Castle, blown up during the Civil War. Not exactly what you call a big sort of stone castle. It's rather sort of brick and stone, rather sort of ornate rather than anything else. And there we are, looking back towards Emsworth. It's rather sort of gloomy today, but look at all that water splashing about. I do like it when there's a good stiff wind and you can actually see water doing what water's good at, and that's sloshing about. Very pleasant. Well, here we are in the High Street, the main sort of street in Langstone, and as you can see, it sort of heads off into into the harbour. It has a strange sort of illusion that the harbour is coming to greet you. And here we are down by the Royal Oak and the Langstone Mill. You can see the water slopping about there. If it got any higher, well, you wouldn't be able to get it in and out of the pub, would you? But there it is, and it's quite a nice sort of vista, don't you think? Well, this is the main street running through Langstone. As you can see here, we've got a nice selection of terraced cottages with a fine thatched roof. And there we are, we can look back up the road towards the main road that runs from Havant to Hailing Island. Well, here's a rather handy looking sign. It's sort of warning you not to park on the Hard, and the Hard is a bit behind, just in front of the pub. I don't imagine it'd be very advisable at this present moment in time. No, I don't think so at all. Yes, indeed, the Hard looks, somewhat damp at the present moment. Not exactly somewhere we'd want to park your darling, delightful vehicle. No, not today.